Alright, here's Saturday, March 4th, 2023 garden video. I did the frost seeding February 26th. And this is what we got. Whole lot of nothing yet, of course. But this is the northwest strip. And we got some hairy vetch, crimson clover, balanza, and mustard in the west 2/3. And then in the east third, I treat this bed as a 2/3, 1/3 deal for convenience. Anyway, I got renovation white clover, mustard, and balanza in here. We had a weird killing frost really early, a hard, horrible frost with no snow cover. So not a lot of my winter annual legumes overwintered. And my Hayden oats almost entirely died off. There's just a few left, and I had a pretty healthy stand as of last fall. So that's a bummer. So now I have to rely on spring planted legumes for my nitrogen. We'll see what happens. Anyway. We got rows 1 through 10 here in the main garden. So up here, row 1, we got Winterhawk annual ryegrass, Phacelia, crimson clover, balanza, white, the renovation white, red, medium red clover, which is actually that variety not stated, red clover from Outside Pride, so we'll see what it does. And then the mustard blend. And then 2 vetch and annual ryegrass. And then rows 3, 4, 5, and 6. I just added vetch to complement whatever balanza did survive. I know there's a bunch of little balanza plants mixed in here with some of this weedy lettuce shit, but I just didn't know what was going to happen. And then 7 is the last year's Motherland okra row, and I just did yellow blossom sweet clover solid planting. And then 8 and 9, which are this cereal rye, which the cereal rye actually did pretty good. And you can notice where the inter-row spacing from, this was the Bloody Butcher corn last year, the inner row definitely had more nitrogen. That's slightly taller, whereas the in row, or the row is lower. It's not as easy to see right now, I guess, but anyway, that's interesting. But I did overseed some hairy vetch, because this was vetch and cereal rye planted last fall. I don't remember the planting date at the moment. But the rye did awesome. The vetch did marginal. And I don't see it. I know I put some balanza in last fall, but I don't see any of it, so I'm not sure. And then row 10, which is this goofy row here with this walking stick kale, that some of it is overwintered, some not. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna do the view blocker sorghum mix from Green Cover Seed, and that's going to have the 4 different varieties. Some will be very tall sorghums, others will be more dwarfs. So the stand will be strong and last persist into the winter is the theory. And I'm going to do another row of that here at the south bed. Just view blocker to obscure the view of my yard. And there's great soil benefits to that view blocker as well. Sorghums, deep roots. I haven't made up my mind what I'm going to do back there yet. I did, however, already plant some of the perennial clovers. I did some bird's foot trefoil, some red clover, yellow chicory, and I did mustard. I do mustard everywhere to try and help with the damn voles. And that's the entire west bed that I did that last. And then this is new. This was covered with wood, logs since I moved in. And I just bucked everything up, took it to the firewood pile. And I am treating it, and most of the paint is worn off, but these are just going to be extensions of the rows in the center bed. And so eight south is this going to be solid hairy vetch. 7 south is also going to be the same as the west pool bed, which is crimson and mustard. 6 is a solid stand of yellow blossom. 5 is going to be a solid stand of balanza. And mind you, these are just 60-inch row. This is 60-inch row spacing, same as the main garden. And then 4 is the outside pride red clover. And that's all I got so far. And then this is the pool west bed with these 3 burning bushes. And I did put some trefoil in there. Red, yellow chicory. Hold on, strike that. That's not at all what I did. West pool bed. Okay, crimson and mustard. Yep, that's what I did. Crimson clover and the mustard mix. Terrible struggles with voles. I think they've killed this one. They just got in there and ate the bark right off of the root system. They stripped it. Little jagoffs. Okay, so here's the south pool bed. And there's a bunch of stuff here. What did I do? Let's see. South pool bed is spring pea, Dundale, spring pea, vetch, hairy vetch that is, red clover, yellow, white, the renovation white clover, crimson clover, and then the mustard blend once again. And that's roughly all this stuff up to this arborvitae. And then I just kind of casually broadcast some crimson clover in here. I haven't even cleaned this bed out yet or prepared it to do much. But I'll have to get on that. And there's a little grape. I gotta remember that grape. He's gonna grow up and do great things, I'm sure. Lastly, I can't forget about the apple strips to the south and north edges of the property. So these beds, I cleaned them out, overseeded. heck are they? Okay, North and South Apple Rose. Did the renovation white for perennial. Mustard. And I know, I didn't write it down, but I know I did a very light seeding of the Winterhawk annual ryegrass just to provide some competition for weeds. So we'll see what happens.